Oh, I have live chat. Oh, now I understand what I want. Isn't it a shame? But you know what? Let me do this in the dark because I did a live earlier on, and look like it gets some people upset. Cause they never know. Say, look, good people, they're about. So that's okay though. I'm good. So yeah, I wanted to talk about Donnalee. Our sweet, sweet Donnalee. Isn't that beautiful? I love to do that. This looks so beautiful. My crown. Yeah, I love this crown. Yeah. Where can I get some? How come I can't see the? Let me see if I can fix up the. Oh, it's so dark. Might be true. I don't. I want the what you call it. Right. Let me see if I. Yeah, so I'm doing it like this because, I'm trying to relax myself before. Okay, yeah, you can see a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to relax my nerve before tomorrow comes in again. So, I wanted to talk about Donnalee in the case of her disappearance and some of the key factors other than listening to a lot of nonsense. If you want to call in, you can call in 3474893575. If you have any views or anything you want to say also to add, is quite welcome. 3474893575. Let me see if I can leave a comment. And because I'm trying to see how to leave, because I'm new to this, so I'm trying to see how I can add a comment to put my, oh Lord. But when you're new to stuff, none, hide all chats, no live. Some messages such as potential. Okay. All right, so I can't find it, but I wanted to let me see. I wanted to I wanted to leave a comment, but I can't.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
So let me leave it alone. Okay. So what I wanted to discuss is this. When the case first came out about Donnalee, we heard most of what we heard from her mother, a voice recording, right? And the voice recording revealed that her mother was aware of where and who she was going with. Okay. Now let's get to the important, relevant part of this whole story. Other than using additives and listening to fake news and coming up with our own theories about this whole situation. Now, if you're in a gated community, I've lived in gated communities before. And in gated communities, you have to have access, either with a card, either with entry, security has to, you know, gain you access. Okay. Now, if you have all of these things in place, You go up to the gate, swipe the card, and you enter. Now, according to Miss God, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. According to the mother, the young lady was escorted over to the man's apartment where he lives. He, in return, stated to her mother, Donnalee, he called and said, "Have you seen Donnalee?" The mother said, "What do you mean if I see Donnalee? Wasn't she with you?" "Yes, but we had an argument and she left around 11 a.m. Okay, let's stop right there. Right there. Okay. In a court of law or even in a police investigation, right there you have two individuals. You have the accused and you have the missing person. You also have security. Okay. Now, the question is this. Security, if all of this is correct, security saw them enter the complex. Okay. Now, based on what the accused said, he said she left around 11 a.m. Good. Would not security would they not have seen her leave? Okay. Based on the camera footage, right, based on the camera footage, all of that can be confirmed. Right, based on the camera footage, all of that can be confirmed. If she really left, as he said, according to the mother. You leaving? Oh, my grandson and my granddaughter is leaving. I love you. I'm right in between the live, see? Oh, Lord. And my granddaughter. Where's my grandchild? My grandchildren. I'm so proud. Hold on, guys. I gotta say goodbye to my grandkids and so forth. Hi, Donnalee. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? I'm gonna come by tomorrow. Yes, baby. Go ahead. She's gonna stop crying. I can't bother any crying babies. Hold on, guys. I'm coming back. It's okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Coming back. It's done already. I'll call you tomorrow. Okay. Ladies, sorry about the interruption. But yeah. Okay, now based on the police probe, this is where I believe the story has its twists and turns, because as much as we're listening to all this other nonsense on social media, yeah, I said it, a load of nonsense, right? All of these interferences and all of these theories and all of these who say and all of this nonsense, it is like very misleading for the case itself. Now, somebody with, common sense and intelligence is not going to be misled by all of this fake friggery. Because in a police case where there is a possible murder, missing person, whatever, based on what we heard, everybody heard on social media, and of course not on social media, there is a time factor. And common sense dictates, based on what we've heard, according to the mother, is that the accused called her and asked her if she has seen Donnalee. She responded, "What you mean if I see Donnalee? And you take her and rate and rate. Okay, good. Now, that's the most factual piece of information that we have. That's the most factual piece right there. So that alone is the factual. Now, let's go to the security. According to the accused, the missing person left his place at 11 a.m. around. Okay. So if she did leave, let's just say hypothetically, if she did really leave, wouldn't security see her leave? Okay. Number 3, based on the camera footage, is where the police have the information. Because if he, which is the accused, claims that she left at 11 a.m. because him call her mother to ask her mother if she has seen her, and she said no because you take her out of the yard. So what do you mean if I see her? Well, because me and she did argue and she leave the place around 11 a.m. Okay. Security would have also seen her leave at 11 a.m. or whatever that time window is. Okay, good. So now, with them 3 factor, with the mama and the conversation, and with the accused who said she left at 11, and with security who could confirm if that was true or not. Okay. Now, based on those 3 elements is where we stop. Everything else you're hearing is pure friggery. That's how I feel. Everything else you're listening to is pure friggery. Because you don't really know. You don't know the true factual events. Now, there was also a discussion. This is what we not like with our people. When I first hear the story, this is what me not like. This is where the story get cloudy. Who said, and where did this information come from, that people hear and see when the 2 people, officers, whomever they were, went into the building, the apartment complex? Then see, because they see, and then hear bottle breaking, disc breaking. Okay, good. So the same people who see and hear all of this, they never see what happened after all of that did finish. Nobody see the two of them left and nobody see nothing. Nobody never say anything. They only see where the two of them walking at the people them apartment. They hear bottle a broke and this a smash. And that's the end of that story. You don't hear what happened after the bottle them a broke and this a mash up. You know, here, well, then we see the two of them leave and the two of them jumping out their car and the two of them drive off. You know, hear none of that. So, where's that information coming from? Where did this come from? How is it that you see people going in and you hear bottle of rock, but you don't hear I see when the people then left? So that's another discrepancy that I don't like. Too many discrepancies. Okay? That's another Nancy story. Because you can't talk about all the people that here, whole bottle of mash up, and this your glass are broke, and this, that. Okay, you heard all of that, so you didn't see what happened after all of that finished? Nobody didn't see nothing. Everybody can see and say what they hear before, but they can't tell you what happened after all of that. So where did this story come from that there were bottles mashing up and they hear this and they hear that? Where did that come from? So how is it nobody now talk about, okay, so when all of that happen now, you see the two of them walk out. One have blood in their hand. This year one blood up. This year fire. How nobody's talking about what they saw after the fact? You cannot listen to these people. They will confuse you. We need to know what happened to Donnalee. Based on the information from the police, they clearly say from 4 p.m. through to 8 p.m., which is based on whatever evidence they have, which is forensic, whatever. Okay. I would like to know, where did this story come from that those two police officers were witnessed going into the apartment complex? Is that also on videotape? Because we're dealing with surveillance here. And if we're dealing with surveillance, right, as much as they say there's corruption in the police force and so forth and so forth and so forth, as you can see, the story just keeps on changing. First you hear how they're trying to protect the accused, right? In the beginning, that's what you heard, you know, that they're trying to protect their colleague. Now you're hearing that's not the case, that they're not. So the story keeps on changing, and we still do not know what has happened to Donnalee. You have a case of Kamisha, whatever her name is, where the people them say, oh, she this, she that, she disappeared, they can't find her, she this, that, she that, this. Lo and behold, here she go, making a video that she's okay. And she don't want no one to worry about her, and she's not missing, and she's not this, and she's not that, and she's not this. Okay. Another thing, police can hold you in custody for your own protection. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They can hold on to you just in order to protect you from the masses and the public, because the public has gotten it wrong. Oh yeah, the police do that all the time. And in these kind of cases, I don't like to jump the gun because we could be wrong about everything. You know, it could have all of these turns and spins, and everybody who's got so much to say could be dead wrong about everything. The police are not discussing anything about the case. I don't know the reason why. I don't know if it's because it's still under investigation and they are listening to what's going on, because now the new normal is social media, and the new normal is that you can get a lot of information off social media. But you don't want the information that you're getting to be misleading and incorrect and not verifiable. It can be very damaging to ones. So we have to be careful what we're saying on social media. People have got to learn. They have got to be careful with the things that they put out there on social media. You have to. One of my friends just lost her life over the weekend because of social media. So you have to speak very, very clearly and intelligently as to not to offend ones. And in the case of Donnalee, it should basically be only about her and what happened to her. But all of this other nonsense that's going on, and this trying to be revealing incriminating evidence, which is not no evidence at all, it's very damaging and it's misleading and it's not right. I noticed that the Jamaican people always look to someone to be their redeemer. They don't know how to come together as one and do the work. They always depend on one person to do the work for them, more than to be unified and do it together. And that me notice, you know. Donnalee is a young lady who has a family and who is missing, according to her mother. According to the police, it's not a missing case anymore. How do they know that? I don't know. And I cannot jump to conclusions in trying to figure out why they say this. So it's a case where we do want closure, and I know her mother wants closure too, because this is her child we're talking about. Her child, her daughter, who she loves. And we have to keep the memory of Donnalee, going. We have to make these, people in higher offices accountable. And we got to push on with this because, Donnalee is the sacrificial lamb. And, things have to change. Because we hear everything that's going on right here in America, and we hear everything that's going on right over there in Jamaica. But this beautiful young lady named Donnalee, we don't know what happened to her, and all of these horrible theories and all of these horrible scenarios as to what was done to her is just very insensitive. And you guys need to stop with the insensitivity. All of this warped way of how and what they did to the body and it's very insensitive for you guys to even explore or go through that route as to what they did to her. Y'all watch too much movies. And you're influenced by horror movies and, what you think they did to her. Do you know how much energy it takes to do the things that you say that was done to her? Do you know how mental you... Well, then again, we have heard stories right there back home where people have been dismembered and all kind of things have been going on. So I should really take that back because, yes, there are some people who can stomach that kind of behavior. But to actually, have that as a discussion is unthinkable. And you guys need to be a little bit more sensitive when it comes to the dead and the bereavement process. Have a little heart. I don't see no one protesting in Jamaica. There's no protesting going on. There's no woman's upliftment thing going on. Everybody's just gradually going back to their own way of living until something happens again. So if this is the way you guys in Jamaica live, then it makes no sense for us to kill up ourselves everywhere else, because then you guys become complacent and say, oh well. So even though we tried to keep the spirit alive in the case of Donnalee, it's basically more of a popularity contest and a money-making scheme mixed in with a little corruption. But we still maintain that we need justice for Donnalee. She has a mother who has many sleepless nights about her daughter. I have a daughter as well. So let's not play around. Let's try to keep this on a level where we are more sensitive to what happened to Donnalee. And we must, try to highlight and push Jamaica to find out what happened to Donnalee. Because other cases will come up again and again and again. Thank you for joining me on I'm a Rasta for Life, the National Board of Comments. as we try to maintain our original content. Thanks for watching.